Hello, hello. We are live with Season 31, Week 3 of ESEA Invite. Tonight we have a match between King's Crew and Edhead on CP Sunshine. I'm Aquila, one of your casters for this game tonight. Joining me over on production is Console and a very special guest, Buick, joining me as a co-caster. How you doing, Buick?
Beautiful, man. It feels wonderful to be back casting Invite. It's been maybe 2 years since I've done my last match, but I just never lose the thirst for it. So I am hyper excited for this.
Yeah, for sure. For those of you who don't know, Buick used to run the circuit of casting a couple seasons back. It's been a while, but he's finally back in the limelight.
Yeah, it should be fun. Seriously, this is good. This is going to be a wonderful season, and I really look forward to bringing a lot of action here with you, Team Fortress TV, and everybody else. Tonight, it looks like we have Sunshine as our map, actually, which is beautiful. So, people are filing into the server. We'll be bringing you some action soon. Don't you worry, folks. But this is a pretty important match tonight for both these teams, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. We got King's Crew and Edhead. I'd say both of these teams kind of been under the radar the past couple weeks. You know, unfortunately losing out to some of those mid-invite teams. However, King's Crew was able to pull 2 rounds over on Not Interested, which I believe is seed number 6 in invite right now.
Yep.
However, one of them will be walking away with a win on the invite leaderboard, and it's going to be one of them, and only one.
Only one. We cannot have both. Something interesting about King's Crew, when they did pull those 2 rounds, Not Interested, it was on tonight's map. So it was actually on Sunshine. So we'll see if they can, if they have their stuff together, they can use it to their advantage. Yeah, they didn't get blanked on Sunshine. You got to be going in with a little bit of confidence then.
Definitely. I mean, off the back of that win, you never know, but regardless, I think we're going to see a pretty good match tonight. Definitely one of the ones to watch this season.
I do agree. Both these teams. Here's the thing about being, only trying to get your first win and only being like 0-2, 0-3 type deals is we've seen it many seasons past. Many seasons is teams will constantly start, 0-2, 0-3, even worse sometimes, and get the spot for the playoffs that they need. Really, realistically, all it does take is getting that one win. You just want to start the momentum. You want to, you want to get that win. More wins follow. You get confidence. You start building on that confidence. And all the players in the server here have been around enough playing TF2 to understand how that works. You start getting the confidence. You start winning. All of a sudden, things start gelling. Lo and behold, a bunch more wins.
Oh, definitely. And with that, I believe we're going to be going pretty live soon. All the players in the server are already up. I'm going to run down the rosters really quick. Over on the side of Edhead, we have Megawak on the medic class, Vadi, also known as Pipe Genie in server on the Demo Man, Digi on Pocket, KTB on Roamer, and Ghostak and Ed rounding out the Scout classes. As well as over on King's Crew, we have Lucrative on Med, Exile, a new pickup on Demo, Felon on Pocket, Paul Dog on the Roamer, and Welp and Nomi on the Scout. So let's head into this first mid, Buick.
Absolutely. So right off the bat, we're going to see the soldier will jump from red out of there. Taking hydrogen to blue right now. Blue has perfect positioning here. They do have to be careful. The red medic is absolutely in a bad position. But just like that, Felon goes down and Lucrative is demolished.
Man, a great delay from Digi. Sitting in that cafe, his team is doing a really good job of communicating to him. He was able to get a clean bomb in. However, the mid is not over for them yet, as the scouts from King's Crew completely wrapping, getting the pick onto Ghostak. He was left to 2v1. The rest of the team is forced to come back. Megawak leading his scout, and we have a salvage bomb coming in from King's Crew. Paul Dog not able to connect the second rocket. Megawak still managing to hang on to his Uber. We have Welp, however, dancing around on the midpoint, taking the 1v1 against the scout. He has the beam on him, however, he's going to be forced to back up, but not able to get out. Unfortunately, he's going to get cleaned up by Ed. That is the first mid-fight in favor of Edhead.
Yep, I was expecting, so when the soldier was standing there ready to go for the, suicide sack, perhaps get the med, didn't. Got one clean rocket, and lo and behold, here we have red pushing into last with a huge advantage here. There is a, sentry up, but we'll see if that's enough to hold.
Definitely, and the Uber is going to come out. The sentry gun trying to do some delay work. However, Lando Calrissian, otherwise known as Exile, going to go down. That's the Demo Man down on the side of King's Crew. The frags are going in way of Edhead. However, it is anyone's game still. King's Crew getting cleaned up, and the first round going in favor of Edhead. Clean last push coming out of them.
Yep, just starts from the beginning. You wipe mid, come pushing the last, huge advantage. There was nobody really out of position, you know, to throw the push for a fail push. So, like you said, just very clean. Second mid, what do you see?
I see Exile being the first to touch down into mid. Both demos kind of trading some stickies right now. It looks like we have a pretty textbook play so far. Both the King's Crew soldiers sitting pretty close to the cafe. They're going to be met by the rest of Edhead. No frags traded yet. However, we have Ghostak taking a fight against Felon. He's going to come out on top of that. Felon is. King's Crew working their aggression off of that one pick. 3 players down on the side of Edhead. It looks like Edhead is being chased out by King's Crew. Not losing a single player on that mid, pretty clean in favor of them.
Yeah, and Edhead's holding here on 2, which is actually kind of surprising because you can see blue pushing in right now. They do get down below. They get out, which is good. This is just going to be a clean second cake. Oh, man!
Felon had something to say about that. A very, very speedy chase coming out of him, managing to trade with Ed.
Yeah, so the interesting part now, though, is unlike the first push, you know, Megawack did make it out with Uber, so we're going to be able to see where Red's going to posture up here. We may start having some sacrifices, some counter-sack type deal. See any off classes yet? Not as of yet, but, you know. They're doing just the heavy defending up in the upper left corner, but nothing yet. We'll see where Blue wants to posture up and push from.
Yeah, these Uber stalemates is really where you see the off classes starting to shine. You know, we have Ed on the heavy class ready to lock down. We're gonna see a sack coming out of King's Crew pretty soon, playing semi-passive in this lower area, seeing what they're gonna do. It looks like Felon is gonna go in for a skip, not able to get anything for a couple rockets, and it looks like that was the distraction for Nomi to get in. However, Felon with the follow-up bomb onto Megawack is gonna drop him.
He just turned Megawack's head for 1 second. 1 second, and the counter sack comes out. No dice, only brings Luke down to half. Blue just waits for the reinforcements. They may be able to push in now, to be honest. Felon turn heads. Nobody, they kind of weren't paying attention to him. Thought, oh, he's easily dead, and he stays alive for that 1 extra second, lands the rocket, and it's done. This could be an easy cap for Blue right now once they get their reinforcements.
Yeah, it looks like they're waiting on that soldier. Full Uber advantage in favor of King's Crew right now. Sitting outside of this lobby, they're not going to be taking any chances at all so far. It looks like they're opting for the lower push. They might be able to find a frag onto... Oh no, the soldier's going to go down. The Uber's going to come out of King's Crew into the sentry gun with a scout and a demo man. The gun's going to go down. However, the Uber is completely faded for King's Crew now. It is anybody's game. Felon and Nomi and Buick are all going down. It looks like King's Crew has their tail between their legs. They're being forced out of this lobby area. The chase from Ghostak might find the demo man Exile. No, he manages to make it out. That is a very clean defense coming out of Edhead.
Absolutely. And like, Blue's not getting out there, quite in numbers and Uber. And look what's happening because of it. They're getting all jumped on. Paul Dog goes down. Ghostak is absolutely going ham. That's 2 kills right there. 1-2 done. To try to salvage this, we're going to see what Blue's trying to send some people behind, but not sure.
Yeah, tiny little fight between Nomi and Digi going down in the lower area. They're managing to trade for each other, but it looks like King's Crew kind of overstayed their welcome there. I say that as Exile gets caught on midpoint, and Edhead is going to be able to steamroll this into mid. However, the medic Megawack did go down in the exchange, so there is some silver lining for King's Crew in that.
Yep, absolutely lucrative. He's sitting on 40% now. He's about 20% ahead. I'm not exactly sure if he realizes this. They particularly can't push on it. They may try. We'll see. I do actually think they're probably just going to sit here, posture out, play defensively. Felon is in kind of the defensive position. Paul Dog's scouting out. Nothing really yet. Megawack is on 60% Uber though, so they're going to get it with enough time to perhaps send a sack in. Looks like some soldiers are getting in position. Not exactly sure how they want to approach this situation. It's not super easy to do so.
It looks like King's Crew is going to try to roll with this tiny ad. Megawack at 90% now, so they're going to have to move fast. We have the Pocket Digi going down on the mid from a rocket from Paul Dog. It looks like the rest of Edhead is being forced out into Cafe. However, if they're able to play their positioning well, they may be able to fight this mid. Felon goes down. A nice rocket from Paul Dog is going to connect with the scout. However, Edhead is kiting along this left side. The Ubers are going to come out. It is Whelp taking the fight against Ghostak on the shed area. The Uber's going to be over for King's Crew. You know, a pretty clean, even trade. Edhead has to find their footing here or else they're going to be forced out of this mid entirely. Megawack is forced into Cafe. Ed going down. It looks like King's Crew is going to come out on top of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul Dog takes some huge height advantage. He eventually does go down. You know, and maybe perhaps Red can salvage a teeny bit out of this. But honestly, if Luke just overbuffs everybody, they're going to be rolling in here. And here we go. We're going to see who they want to attack first.
Seeing, of course, Digi going down first. Some great re-aggression coming out of Kingscrew there. They're forced into that choke, but they were not ready to give that up. Managing to refight mid completely, taking 2 picks, and off the back of that, they're going to roll into second. Megawack goes down to Whelp. It looks like he's in the bottom area fighting off Ed and Ghostak. He's going to come out on top of that. However, the rest of Kingscrew pushing in through this valley area, kind of getting stuck, but the positioning is not there for Edhead right now.
Absolutely. Look at his Uber. He's fully charged right now. He did take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Are we going to see them pushing from the same spot again? Perhaps. Luke, oh my goodness! Luke down.
Very nice rocket, managing to pick up lucrative with that.
Absolutely outrageous. So they now something to try to save that. Yeah, something to try to save that is they're gonna try perhaps. Oh, I thought a spy switch for just a quick second there, but perhaps just check beam switching back off now. So
yeah, it looks like Edhead tried to fake a little push through lower there, but some great spam from Kingscrew getting them locked out. However, these scouts, Ghostak and Ed, working that space near the shutter area, managing to get a pick onto that scout. Felon going down as well. It looks like Edhead being able to push back into this second point pretty clean, but they're taking some spam. It looks like Kingscrew just seeing what they can get, seeing if they can potentially get a little spam pick, but it's not going to work out for them. They're forced to back up. However, the Uber is almost there on the side of Edhead. They're walking into this mid fight. Looks like Ed is going to go down. It looks like they're going to be forced out of this mid. Also, I don't know if they're going to take the exchange here, Buick.
No, this is going to be awful. What they're going to try to do here is go for anything. Oh, man. Everybody goes down there. What a messy commitment. Oh, there was too many people. They just need to slow their roll a little bit. They're just dropping people left and right, and because of this, the Red Medic is absolutely just wrecked. Everybody's caught out to dry there on Edhead, and we'll see if, you know, if they can hold their Uber this time. Lucrative should be able to rally his troops and roll particularly quickly into last. We'll see how Red wants to posture up the defensive wise. I do hear a sentry gun that can help, but they're not being particularly creative with their sentry gun positioning. It's scouted out very quickly, killed every time, and it has really saved them no time at all. So perhaps he'll move it when it's finished, but Lucrative is chomping at the bit. He's raring to push in right now.
That little overstayed welcome off that mid fight and dropping those players. This is what we call in the business a nightmare scenario. We have Kingscrew ready to push in off of that advantage. The gun and the heavy are up. It looks like Edhead is all in to try to hold this. The Uber is going to come out very late. Exile putting some good damage onto the sentry gun is going to go down. Edhead doing a pretty good job of kiting. However, the Demo Man is going to go down as well. The picks are in favor of Kingscrew right now. We have all of the players on the side of Edhead kiting to this right side. They have to play their positioning, but Kingscrew doing a very good job of just playing as a unit, waiting for those players to come into them, are able to close out that round.
Absolutely, and that makes it 1-1. We were talking about this could perhaps be an excellent game, not a roll, and lo and behold, 1-1 is a good way to start. So moving forward to the next map, see if we see anything particularly different. Haven't really particularly seen any Kritzkrieg or anything yet. Maybe a little too early to put any of those kind of antics, but demo-wise, oh man, the Blues just moving in together. They're swarming. The Red Demo is a little ahead. We'll see who gets the first pick here.
Yeah, this is kind of what you see at the higher level of play. These teams doing a very good job of rotating around the Sunshine mid. It looks like Felon is going to be the first one to initiate, getting a bomb onto Vadi, managing to get that kill. 3 players down on the side of Edhead. All the picks are going in favor of Kingscrew. They have been showing a very dominant mid performance these past couple rounds.
Absolutely. So Red does make it out. There is, once again, we spoke earlier on the silver linings in this match. It seems to be like every middle, there's always a silver lining for the team that backs out. And a lot of time it has been the medic staying alive. With the scout, they're going to be able to get the defensive Uber. We'll see if they set up the same defensive position as they have been. We do see the sentry gun on the other side this time, which is good for them. And hear me out, they do have a counter Uber now. So as long as they don't lose anybody completely out of position, they should be able to mount some sort of defense.
Once again, I believe we're going to be seeing the Uber v Uber. We'll see if Felon tries to go in for another skip jump, to draw some eyes for Nomi. You can pull a little bamboozle over the side of Edhead. He's working into this lobby area, getting ready to keep that bomb.
Yeah,
you
he
know,
does.
nothing too soon. Looks like King's Crew kind of just edging out this left side.
They do have a spy, which is interesting. And there's the stab. Lucrative drops right there. My God, that's one way to defend a push.
They never saw it coming. Lucrative getting dropped by the spy. King's Crew is collapsing right now. Only 3 players left alive. If they can get the force out of Megawak, they might be able to turn this around. However, he's going to be able to manage to hang on to that.
Yeah, something to make note. Nomi says anything you can do, I can do better. So we do have a spy action coming in from the King's Crew right now. We can follow perhaps maybe the spy come in and see what he can find. See if maybe his team can, you know, cause a bit of a ruckus. You let him get a little backstab action.
Now, on the bright side, Ed had managed to lose a couple players in that attempt at a counter push out, buying some time for King's Crew, but not quite enough. It looks like Edhead is going into the cafe side. Nomi managing to get a backstab on the Demo Man in the back line.
Oh, wow! That was a huge shot, because that would have been a cap, and just like that to follow up. Someone follows up, cleans up, and there we go, 2-1. 2-1 on the back of these kind of ridiculous spy plays. Honestly, Nomi opened that up. He goes in, he tries to stab a soldier, beefs the first stab, but hits the second one, puts a huge pistol shot into the other person defending the point, and just 2 strugglers can run in from King's Crew and clean it.
Yeah, that fight was all over the place. However, I do want to note we have a pause right now, Buick.
Interesting. Perhaps anytime there's a pause, I always want to give it to you know, I want to give TF2 the benefit of the doubt and say perhaps maybe they just call for a pause. They want to talk over the plays, talk over what happened, but most of the time somebody dropped out of the server. So do you think the thing about Edhead, they're not particularly doing much wrong per se, these middles. They're getting out with their medic and stuff. Then we're having some backstab antics back and forth. They're just kind of getting a little unlucky, I think.
Yeah, I believe I could put it down to positioning and maybe King's Crew being a little bit quicker on the draw on these mid fights. And if you've noticed, every time King's Crew wins a mid, they're able to steamroll it all the way almost to last. You know, they set up, you know, your standard last sack and counter sack, etc. off classes. But after all of that, they managed to push in. Actually, we are live again.
Yes, and absolutely. Blue demo is super low. Look at it, hits a beautiful arrow. They're pushing. Oh man, look at that in Cafe. There's a nice little soldier fight in Cafe, but that's 2 frags on red right now. Lucrative's getting flanked. He needs to be careful. He goes down. That was huge.
That was a crazy bomb coming out of KTB, managing to pick up Lucrative, putting that Uber in favor of Edhead here. It looks like, however, Nomi trying to draw a little fight against Ghostak in the backline. He's going to be able to come out on top of that. Edhead being able to control that mid. Do we have another pause, Buick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we do have another pause. Well, I just saw a sticky on. I thought that the interesting part about what KTB did there is not only did he challenge a soldier who had more hit points than him one-on-one in Cafe, win that, was able to then jump around, dance around a little bit, get 2 solid rockets on the medic, and what's that, 90, almost a full Uber advantage at this point in time. This could be, you know, the mid fight that, you know, Edhead needs to push into last. This could be the momentum shift they need. Like, they haven't particularly won any middles too clean yet, and that was probably one of the more clean fights they've had. And not only that, with the Uber advantage, this is going to be a push into last. My only question is, how, in this position right now, during this pause that we can all see, what can King's Crew do? Like we do see scouts hiding, you know, waiting. We'll see if, you know, we'll see if Web can perhaps get this, but the medic goes by. Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah,
pull the trigger on the scout.
It all kind of played out in my head. I saw Exile maybe trying to distract the rest of the Edhead combo with some spam while Whelp gets in for that little 2-shot on the med, but it wasn't able to work out. They checked those spots.
They checked those spots, absolutely. So Megawak's pushing it over here, left side, does get a good multi off. There is a heavy, they do need to watch out for that, who has not been really touched yet. Uber is getting shot at now. Tall Dog is sniping Swishy Soldier. There's no point time yet. Nomi, this is going to be it's just a B push. They haven't been able to get onto this onto the heavy at all. They finally bully the heavy off the point, and they're able to capture it.
Yeah, that Uber was looking pretty bad for Edhead at first, but it looks like the frags just started going in their favor. And no, like you were saying, they were able to steamroll that all the way from mid. It looks like Edhead did exactly what I wanted them to do. you know, amping up on their aggression a little bit, managing to walk over King's Crew and making a bomb, or making a play for a soldier to bomb in on that back line. Anyway, we're into this first mid. We are greeted with a huge bomb from Pauldog, picking up a pick onto the demo man for Edhead. It looks like that is going to make space for King's Crew to steamroll this mid, and Edhead is forced all the way out to second. That was a pretty quick fight.
That was a pretty quick fight. The only thing I was going to say is Lucrative was on like maybe 10, 20 hit points. He may have perhaps got caught up, but no, smart. The man's been around. He's been around the block per se, so he backed out completely. And look at this. Because of that, they get another pick, and now they're just going to be able to roll in the last fairly easily. Perhaps, even if it is Uber on Uber, they have man advantage. So we're going to see them jump in. No! Mega Weapon!
Oh,
cannot
no!
drop those. Pauldog, he watched Pauldog come in, he watched Pauldog bounce him up, and then he watched Pauldog shoot him in the face. You can't have that. It is nice that they were able to hold. That's cool. Everybody loves that. Wonderful. Good job. But now Lucrative is going to have an Uber advantage.
With that, immediately, this is what we're looking for. We have King's Crew. They see that med pick that they get. They immediately back up a second and start building this ad. However, we might see KTB having something to say about that. Huge damage onto Lucrative, but it's not going to work out. He's going to manage to live. That Uber advantage staying in favor of King's Crew. We have a fight going down in lower. Nomi is going to die. That is the scouts down on the side of King's Crew. However, it looks like they're setting up to hold this. We have the soldier in on the back line, seeing if he can find a rocket onto Lucrative.
I cannot believe that rocket. Real talk, it looked like he was trying to shoot the soldier and missed. And instead, he spanks Lucrative with a rocket. Lucrative's down, and now it's just like that. Now Red's at a 20% advantage. Nomi is sniping. That perhaps can be the game changer here.
It's just drop after drop. These players are trading medics like Pokemon cards. We have the rest of Edhead rolling into second here. They're up on their Uber charge. Looks like they're gonna opt to slow things down a little bit. You know, players coming to get buffed up. King's Crew playing very passive on mid right now, being ready to get out. Does Lucrative have Uber, or is my HUD broken?
He does have Uber. Yeah, he does have Uber currently. Okay. He does have Uber, so it is even Uber advantage. We're going to see perhaps Nomi maybe take a pick. We're seeing where he's holding up from. Are they just expecting Red to push in?
All right, so in chat, they're arguing right now about, I believe, some building being done during a pause, or I don't know, something.
Oh, the pause bug. Okay. I see what they're talking about now. So maybe that's why everybody's taking a little break in the action, and they're just letting them get that makes more sense. I do understand that now.
Of course, however, Nomi might have something to say about this little break in the action. You know, he's working this sniper angle in Valley. His team doing a pretty good job of making some space up for him, seeing if he can get a pick onto the flank. Ghost Stack going down to a body shot from him. Great work being done by Nomi. That's going to open up some space for either a counter sack, or they might try to play this sniper a little bit more.
Yeah, I think I was expecting the counter sack, but I think they're just going to kind of back out right now. There's a huge rock above here on Mr. Tony Felon, but no, it's not. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Definitely. We see a counter stack coming out of KTB into the Valley. Not able to get the force, however, managing to pick up the demo man Exile on the side of King's Crew.
And there's a lot of patience by Lucrative there. Not popping that when perhaps he dies if his Healy dies. So I think they're just trying to bait the other team and Nomi right now. Nomi has a shot lined up on a scout. No.
I want to draw some attention, however. King's Crew, the Uber was exchanged in the Valley area, and they took it all the way into mid. You know, Megawax went down in a fight, and it looks like we have a little skirmish going around the cafe area. Ed is launched into the entire core of King's Crew, managing to get picked up. You know, he's going to go down. That is going to cement a push out of King's Crew if they can get into this for clean. Welp managing to go down. Pauldog and KTB taking a fight in the lower, trading for each other. Frags are being traded left to right. It's a 3v3 left, and it looks like Edhead is going to try to contest this.
And we're going to see what Ghostak can do here, but 175, he is getting... Oh, if he gets this demo, this is going to be huge because he can chase everybody else. He's weak, but we'll see if they can pick off the... Oh, demo down. Get that buff. Chase him in, scouts. We're going to see potentially if Lucrative can die here. No, he knows. He's smart. He knows. They're back and defensively. Pauldog comes out. We'll see if Pauldog goes for a jump here. He gets thrashed when he tries to make a move there. Absolutely demolished by that pipe.
Body getting a big pipe on the Pauldog. Nomi going down as well. That is the flank down on the side of King's Crew. We have the scout and the soldier going for a follow-up. Lucrative managing to go down. We have Welp just left around, managing to find a pick on Dick. However, he's going to go down as well. Only the Demo Man Exile left alive on the side of King's Crew. He's going to have to clutch this out. His spawns are coming in, holding off this lobby area, trying to buy some time for his team to spawn up. Paul Dog throwing a couple rockets into the shutter area, not able to catch the scout. Crew might have to just reset last here.
I think they're going to. We'll see if they want to go for any off classes. They do. Ooh, look at that. Kind of a last-ditch effort type spy deal again. We've seen at least like 4 separate spy plays this game, so I do expect no different. We're gonna see where will the spy approach from? He's just kind of scouting everybody out right now. I'm extremely surprised that soldier doesn't realize this.
Oh, a little too late. I got so excited for a second. Triggers the Dead Ringer, however, though, he might be able to get out or wait this out. The Uber is over on the side of Edhead. The Heavy's gonna come out. It is Nomi. He's gonna get picked up, however, caught a little too late. All the players are down on the side of King's Crew. Edhead just left to play the point, managing to close out the half 3-2.
That, like we said, it was going to be close, and you cannot ask for anything more than a 3-2. Oh my God, you seriously cannot ask for anything more than a 3-2. Now, interesting. I don't know. It's just, we've seen so many random like spy plays and off classes. I honestly was expecting another medic drop there. I was shocked when a spy play didn't work for once. So.
Yeah, it's those little moments you live for in TF2. Anyway, that was the half.
That was the half.
That was the half.
That was a pretty good half.
Edhead coming up 3-2 in that half. You know, managing to clutch this out. It looked like King's Crew was dominant in the very first couple rounds. You know, they were winning the mid fights, but I guess Edhead was able to step it up and close out that half for them. I'm gonna pull up the stats here very quickly.
There's mine too. Taking a look at this. Damage-wise, let's see. Very interesting. So, something, and obviously you can break down any half in TF2, in my opinion, based on medic deaths compared to Uber charges. We look at MegaWack, 7 deaths, 7 Uber charges. We look at Luke. Luke has 9 deaths and 5 Uber charges. That's almost like 1 Uber charge per death. And I'm not saying that's, you know, going to tear open a game, but if you're looking at perhaps one little point why, you know, that 3-2 is a 3-2 instead of the other direction, realistically, when your medic's just dead that much longer, there's not much you can do.
Yeah, definitely. Every single Uber counts. Every one of those Ubers could be, you know, a push or an exchange in the last. I mean, it all counts. However, I gotta give credit where it's due. You know, a couple drops were traded, in fact.
It's true. It's definitely true. Something to look at kill-wise. Look at that, 20. Ghost Stack leading the way. 20 frags, 11 deaths. Not too shabby, my friend. And, you know, the funny part is, a lot of those frags were, like, teetering on, like, highlight reel frags, too. Somebody ate their Wheaties this morning and is playing very damn well. Back into the second half. Like I said, as we look at these stats, you can take, you know, a good bit from them. It is just one half. There's not anybody particularly beefing too hard, to be honest. Everybody kind of has been doing their job as you would expect in a 3-2 type match.
Yeah, definitely. It's been pretty even. You know, that's kind of what we expected going into this. It's been a great game. Both demos, you know, rounding at the top of the boards with their damage stats. You know, pretty close, actually, very, very close. We have Vadi at 295 DPM and Exile at 290.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I did see that. I was looking through the things and I'm like, all right, Exile's leading, and all the way at the bottom, Vadi down 295. And that's not the funny part is he's getting the middle a little earlier too. It's interesting that he's taking more of a fast rollout. He is getting like maybe 1-2 more stickies off before the other demo gets there. I think he's just waiting for an arrow. Maybe he's, I don't know, rollout wise. I will have to say Vadi is definitely has the better of the mid so far this game. In regards to maybe positioning and stuff like that. Even rounds they lose, even rounds they are losing, Vadi is throwing down heavy damage. So
for sure. Also, I'd like to highlight, shout out to Frick to pointing out to me that Baklava Daryl, what we've been calling Digi, is actually mustard.
Oh. What? Thank you, Mustard. Lovely name. Lovely name. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Mustard. Better late than never. Anyway, we are into this second half and this first mid of the second half. Both the demos touch down at roughly the same exact amount of time. It looks like King's Crew taking this height very early on. KTB kind of sneaking around in that valley looking for a couple spam rockets onto Lucrative so the rest of his team can follow up. However, no action exchanged yet. All the players alive on both sides. You know, the demo man being the first one to go down on the side of King's Crew, and trap frags are going to be traded from there. It looks like Edhead coming out on top of this. Paul Dog is kind of caught in right here. Let's see if he can leave through Cafe. However, he does not. He's caught by the rest of Edhead. With 3 players down on the side of King's Crew, it looks like they might have to back it up unless they try to take the exchange. Well and Lucrative here.
I know. I actually thought they were, which I was gonna say, please don't. Please don't, please don't.
It was either the exchange or they were getting caught. One of the two.
Absolutely. So, man, we're gonna see if they push into second here. I don't think they're going to. They're going to defend here mostly. They're checking for that spy, as would I be here. When you've seen a spy, I want to say 7 or 8 times between both teams this game. You expect anything at this point in time. So, moving forward, something to note, though, there are 2 snipers right now. What do you think about that?
I got to say they're pretty ballsy. Honestly, that's all I got to say about that. Felon and... Actually, I think Nomi's going to switch off back onto that spy. It looks like Mustard and Ghostak are going to try to get in here, seeing if they can double sack in. However, nothing found from them. That's going to trigger an off class coming out of Edhead.
Actually, so they do have skill. We're going to see what they'll bring out here. King's Crew, they are postured up fine right now. There's not particularly, I don't see them actually going for any aggression here. They're just going to kind of calm down. Perhaps they don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to. When you're down 3-2, they are checking the beam. I do like what Nomi's doing here, going back, checking the beam, seeing if they have a spy too, switching back and forth between, just gathering info more or less, which is a beautiful play, you know. Why not gather this info? So he's pretty certain that he knows they're on Uber, he knows what their percentage is. He knows they're moving soon. So we're going to see where Blue wants to push in from right now. They're looking like standard position. They're just kind of waiting for Ghostak to get a snipe here. I'm watching Ghostak. He sees, oh God, he took a lot of damage, but he did not go down. Right now we're going to see probably sniper on sniper action right now. Perhaps they turn heads with the sniper, send a soldier in the other side. We'll see about that.
It looks like it's the sniper v sniper battle right now. Ghostak scoping down this left side, waiting for Felon to peek. They're just trading shots left and right. Ghostak going for a little bit of a more aggressive peek here. See if he can get an angle, gets a headshot. Onto Exile, but he is fully buffed, so that is going to keep him alive. Another headshot on the Felon. Looks like Ghostak brought his A game, and with that we have a bomb coming in from a soldier. It is KTB into the line trying to get a pick onto the demo man. However, he's not able to find that, unfortunately.
No, Ghostak opening that up too. I do like that play. Ghostak forced every single person on red behind those boxes. And you know what you can't see when you go behind those boxes? You can't see the soldier jumping in.
But Paul Dog in the bottom, managing to get a pick onto Mustard Overlord, not able to get the second. However, that's just going to be a trade v trade. Nomi now on the spy. You heard it here first, sitting in this valley area. We got the double off class coming out of King's Crew here.
Let's see what they want to do with it right now. Once again, Mustard, we do have a counter spy play. So Mustard and Nomi, the spy bros, we're going to see what happens here. The funny part is, I don't think Blue's going to be patient here for their spy. They're going to push in and see if the spy can clean up. We're going to see if that pays off.
Wait! Nomi, the first one to strike, getting a backstab onto Megawak, dropping him.
That is insane. That is insane. How many fucking... Oh,
Mustard Overlord managing to get the counter backstab.
I don't genuinely think in my years of watching TF2 I've seen so many back and forth just medic drops and or pressures from these backstabs. This is flipping outrageous, to be honest.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh my goodness. So now we'll see what either team resets. The thing about that though, because they both backstabs happen within each other, that doesn't accomplish anything for either team.
We are wiping
so.
the slate clean here. Ghostak is still on that sniper, Felon's still on that sniper. The spies have had their little fun in the sun. We're back to square one, fellas.
We are. So we'll see if Now, perhaps the medics, after seeing a spy 10 times, you know, when they push in, might be a little more aware of it. I think they might be. As you can see, Lucrative is just absolutely he's just hiding in spawn, which with good reason. Doesn't want to get sniped, but they're pushing in. Looks like maybe just going for a sack here. Nope, out comes the Uber.
Yeah, Ed heads board now. They're going to just Uber through the right side here. It is going to be the Demo Man first body. It looks like they're going to try to get in before King's Crew had their Uber. However, they're not able to find any footing. 4 players down on the side of Ed Head. We have Nomi looking for blood. He wants Vadi here. Demo Man bomb and Nomi chasing him out. He's going to go down. Very late death, in fact. Ghostak might be caught here as well, leaving this cafe side with 25 health. However, he does manage to find his way out. Felon seeing even get any, you know, counter bombs, get any salvage picks. He's going to go down, however.
You had the right idea, but, you know, just a little bit slow. So we'll see how Red they want to push through Valley here. Oh my, they're taking 4 people directly in.
Yeah, they need to be looking at these players behind. However, Mustard Overlord and Ghostak in the backline, as well as KTB, they're going to have to draw some King's Crew players back. However, it looks like the rest of this Ed Head combo is out. KTB playing on the health pack, very low on health, being chased by Felon, and Paul Dog swooping in, taking him out of the skies.
Insane. Paul Dog does not. Reliable Paul Dog doesn't mess around. Now, just like that. Yeah, King's Crew is getting ready to push in on last. Do you think they're going to run in with this? They're coming in with the Uber already. We're going to see if they can kill it. He kills this. That's 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. They're on the point. They have to. Blue has to watch out for this. The counter Uber comes out just in the nick of time. But the thing is, though, I don't know if they're going to be able to push out the 2 with this. Oh, God. We'll see.
Very unfortunate. You know, the Uber coming out of Ed Head, managing to wipe King's Crew off the map. It is just Lucrative left alive. Mustard Overlord has something to say about that. He wants blood. He's chasing through this cafe area. However, it looks like the medic is able to link up with Whelp. It is not going to work out, though. The aggression from Ed Head is going to steamroll through cafe, seeing if they can catch these soldiers. Paul Dog and Felon have their tails between their legs, forced to leave this choke area. Felon catching the worst end of it. Is Ed Head going to be able to roll this into second?
We'll see. We're going to see where Paul Dog, maybe Paul Dog's going to hide for a sack here. No. They're just backing up totally. They're going to be able to hold last here. We will see where they posture up. Lucrative. No, we don't see something to make note. I've been waiting for it all damn game. Lucrative is on the crit streak right now, which means he, oh God. If he was building more effectively now, I'd like to think he would have the charge when they move in. But they wasted maybe like 5 seconds. We're gonna see if that bites them here. It may not. They may be able to just kite the Uber and then counteract with the crits. Oh, you can't have that.
That is going to buy them so much time. Ghostak going down as well. Both the scouts are down on the side of Ed Head. The Uber's terrible.
Mega has the Uber because he's on 5 hit points. He's gonna go in there. No, smartly.
It's over.
Okay. He backed off. The interesting part is they definitely don't know unless he has eagle eyes. I'm fairly certain they don't know about the crits creek yet. So let's see where the critical creek is gonna hit from. They gotta get. I mean, you have a crits creek. You have to use it here, right? You have to use it here. I mean, you can't. Here we go.
Yeah, they're waiting for the link up. I don't think they expect it here.
No, I don't either. They are backing up a little bit, as you should, from the Uber, but they don't know it's a crits yet, so let's... Whew, I'm getting excited here. Anytime I think about a crits, we're going to see here comes the one big grind sticky.
He's charging, he's charging it. Oh, he's going to keep us waiting.
Okay, he's keeping us waiting.
He's building the tension. Here we go, here we go. Here it is now.
Here we go.
Crits is going to come out of Lucrative.
Oh my goodness. Woo! I love seeing this. Did you see that? Oh, Lucrative goes down here, but it doesn't make a difference. They're going to be able to take back 2 here and move in. Oh, whew, that's what we needed. That's what we needed. That was absolutely juicy.
Lived for it.
That's the way to take back point 2.
You know, Lucrative was on the crits. He does go down. However, they do manage to take that second point. 2 players still down on the side of Ed Head. They're just now getting their spawns. You know, Megawax sitting at 90%, so they may be able to leapfrog this second. But that did do a very good job of giving us one for the highlight reel, Buick.
Oh, man. I do hope to see that on YouTube. The funny part is they just... almost delaying that long backed them all into that perfect position. Like, we wanted to see it earlier, but waiting was good for that. Now, moving forward, though, now they have to hold 2 again. So, woo!
Megawag, he just matrix dodged an arrow going over his head. That could have been a drop again. But King's Crew backing up. It looks like Edhead is going to try to steamroll this into last. The Uber's out onto Ed. So far, nothing coming out. King's Crew doing a good job of just kiting this around during the spawn area. No frags have been traded yet. It is a back and forth fight. Whelp being the first casualty of this. Megawag dancing around, managing to dodge some stickies coming out of the demo man on the defending team. King's Crew managing to hold this out very, very clean. The Uber is now up on the side of Lucrative, and Edhead is completely wiped out.
Man, I cannot believe that. We're gonna see if King's Crew is gonna move into 2 here, but I don't really know if they're going to be able to. They're probably going to hold here. We're probably going to see Mustard on Spy. We're going to see if Lucrative will move in the middle. They should, to be honest.
Here we go. Here we go.
Should, yeah.
Oh, that's poorly timed. They saw him. They saw him for sure.
Oh, no.
He's going to try to. He's going to get the revolver.
Oh my God! How did he do that? Why? Why? Sirs on both teams, you are playing a hell of a spy. Sir.
It shouldn't work like that, but it does.
No.
Another
do get a little,
drop.
Do get a little break in the action here. Their red players should be cleaned up.
Megawag goes down.
Oh man, Megawag does go down. Whew. Woo. Pulse rate high. Pulse rate's high there. It's like this game is so. I don't know. It's just so it's so messy. It's so back and forth in such a lovely way. So we do get a time for a breather right here. I did.
King's Crew looks like they want to fight this. However, there is a soldier in through the upper area. It is Mustard Overlord. He manages to go down to Nomi, however.
So moving forward. Oh my God, Luke going down again. Luke. I mean, it wasn't really on his fault there. Nobody's really taking care of him like they should. But Lou is going to push you in here, and there's nothing we can do about that.
King's Crew wants to stay in this so bad, but they're all so low on health. The frags are all going to go in the favor of Edhead if they linger, and they are. This is very bad news. However, there are only 2 players left on the side of Edhead.
So there's not. We'll see what they can do here. I do think it's just going to be a red. Red's probably just going to hold their second here, and we're probably going to. We're just waiting for them to move in. The medic Megawag does make it back, so it's just going to be kind of a little stalemate here, perhaps. No, Red does want to move in. Luke doesn't have a huge Uber advantage, so we'll see what they can do with it. I do have a feeling there's going to be a hell of a fight starting out here, so we'll see what happens on top of the point.
Yeah, it looks like we're going into a mid-fight here. Whelp being the first casualty on the side of King's Crew. Trying to push into this mid is not going to be very good news for them. Edhead is doing a very good job of keeping healthy right now. Phone and Paul Dog going down as well. We're going to have to see King's Crew hightail it out of there right now. Only Lucrative and Nomi left alive. We're going to see a huge chase coming out of Edhead. They want these frags so bad, but they're not going to be able to find them. King's Crew all the way out to last, but it looks like Edhead is not done. They're going to drive push this without Uber in through this right side. The Uber's going to come out of King's Crew. It looks like they got a force, which is fantastic news for them. Not able to find anything. However, Mustard trying to get in through the lower area, seeing if you can get a little flank round pick onto any of the members of Edhead that are caught unwary, but nothing's going to happen.
No, we'll see. We'll see. King's Crew, they are setting up some players here. We're going to see if they're going to move in. Who's on 100% Uber? They're moving in here. We're going to see if they can hold it off at all. Here it comes. Paul Dog's on Pyro, though. That's the thing. Paul Dog's on Pyro.
He's done a great job of denying
this. A lot. Yeah, Paul Dog, sir, you're causing a hell of a ruckus right now. Hopefully your teammates can clean it up. Oh,
can
my
Mustard
goodness,
do anything about it? Mustard getting a rocket onto the demo man. No, nothing else. Unfortunately, a good attempt at a salvage from him. However, a scout is in now. It is Ed trying to get a salvage.
Lucrative, sir, he got a beautiful arrow kill on a soldier the second before he's dying. Oh my goodness.
It's just
medics.
Gosh.
These medics. I don't. Something's up with them this game. I mean, I'm not really sure. They're. I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't know if it's the crazy aggression and just these, these desires for med picks coming out of Edhead, or just unfortunate timing for the medics on both teams. But it looks like Mustard Overlord is going to win a fight against Whelp with 1 health remaining in Cafe. That is going to allow Ghost Stack to sneak in this valley side, kind of dancing around very forward ahead of his team right now. you know, trying to see if he can just make any space for the rest of his team to walk through Cafe here. They're going to find the pick onto the Demo Man. Exile, huge rocket coming out of KTB onto Felon. All the frags are being traded on both sides. There's a soldier, Paul Dog, still caught in second. Seeing even get a force onto Megawack. One clean rocket.
Oh, he caught the force. Oh, man, that was great. That was, hey, man, that clean rocket's all you need.
Yeah, not in defense of Megawack, not much you can do there. He was about to get Minecraft if he did not force to that rocket coming out of Paul Dog.
You know, it's very interesting medicinal from both sides here. Lucrative does dodge that. Hey, there you go. There's a dodge bomb, so that works out. Are they going to push out with this? That'll be the next question. You know, they're trying to. We're seeing where they're going to posture up and push out from.
Yeah, the Uber is in favor of King's Crew. They're going to be walking just across this. However, KTV managing to find a pick onto Exile. That might trigger a repush out of Edhead, even though the Uber is in favor of Lucrative right now. Megawack pretty far away at 80%. However, some players are in on the flank. It is Mustard Overlord trying to put some time onto the point. However, it is not going to work out. He's getting picked up, and with that King's Crew taking second. However, buying a ton of time for his team as Megawack has now gotten his Uber charge.
Gives us drop some people. Don't drop the Uber, sir. He goes down to 27 before
He's
he uses
alone.
the Uber. Oh no. Loop. Oh, sir. Sir, I don't want to.
Megawack though.
Oh, what are you? Wow. Yes. They're both these medics. There's, I don't know. I feel like there's no surfs at all tonight either. They're both just kind of getting forced way too easily. Am I wrong saying that?
Thin ice. Everybody's on thin ice tonight.
Everybody's on thin ice. These medics could take a lesson from our resident medic extraordinaire. I saw in chat earlier. Oofpaz? Did you see that? I think I saw that there. I think they both can take maybe a lesson from that in regards to surfing.
I can second that. Anyway, King's Crew back to last tier. Exile managing to make it out off of 10 health. He was being chased by those scouts pretty heavy, managing to live that out. It looks like Lucrative now at his Uber charge. King's Crew has 100%. It is a very hefty ad if they move fast, but it looks like they're going to use it to hold defensively instead.
Yeah, let's see where they're going to post up here. They are on 100%. We do have interesting. Felon is sniping against. What do you think about this? They're doing the double sniper play again.
I want to see it actually happen this time. That's what I have to say about it. You know, they're both on the flanks here. I don't want to see any of that spy mumbo jumbo. I want to see some crazy shots come out. You know, and it looks like I have been left wanting.
There's so much off class in this game. It's actually kind of outrageous.
Oh, Paul Dog managing to get a pick onto Mustard Overlord. Actually, I think Mustard just tried to go in there for, you know, a sack, but, you know, still not going to work out for him. King's Crew seeing if they can get any counters in. Paul Dog attempted to get in there. However, he got pretty denied from Body, locking down that Bats area.
Nomi on Spy again, just checking the beams. I want to say it's just for that, but there's a very high % chance he's going to walk out as Pyro, apparently. So, just maybe checking for spies again, as he should be, because there's been a spy at least half this game.
Can he pull it off under the nose of the... He's ready to uncloak at spawn. Oh, no.
Oh! He's going for the pistols on the...
The time comes out.
Okay, the thing about this, I keep on being like there's going to be a little time for a break. Maybe the teams are going to post up and do some sacks here. But that's not really happening. The teams just are constantly, even when they're holding less, just move it.
Felon.
What is this?
Felon got the force.
Oh my god, Felon.
I missed it.
Same. I was so busy looking in the back, I missed it. We're going to be able to throw it up again. Wow. How is that happening? You cannot do that as a demo man. I can understand. Oh, man, and he's going to get another kill too. Wow. Sir, you are a fragging machine right now. They're going to be able to push in upper right from here without any Uber. I think Megawack's just going to call his team to push in here dry.
Yeah, they're going to absolutely take stride. The heals are down on the side of King's Crew, as well as a pick onto Paul Dog. It looks like Edhead needs to work their space here. However, Ghostak going down to a scout, and a backstab is going to find Exile. It could be anyone's game still. It is just Whelp versus the world. He's buying time for Paul Dog. A 1v1 is left on last. If Eddie can clutch this onto Paul Dog.
Oh,
no.
God. That was close. Paul Dog got there so last minute. It was kind of crazy. The round literally is lost there. Paul Dog does not get there like 0.1 seconds ahead of time. So kudos to Paul Dog for busting ass there. He got it to the point, saved it, makes a little reset, but as we've seen, there's not many time for downtime here. There's not much reset because there's going to be some kind of stupid spy play or something like that. We expect anything at this point in time.
Hey, don't be calling these spy plays stupid.
Yeah,
they've been working. You know, even when you're not going for the Uber, we found a backstab onto Exile. You know, that opened up so much space for Edhead to keep rolling that, and if it wasn't for that spawn coming out of Paul Dog, that would have been their game.
Yeah, that was kind of... That's true. That was seriously 0.1 seconds he had to make it there. So now, Nomi's up on Pyro once again. These guys, their back is against the wall here. I want to see Lucrative milk an Uber, not use a counter Uber, and I want to see them be able to push back out with this. That's what they need here as Red. They just seriously just need to accomplish that in general.
It's so close. We have Nomi posting up for the Pyro, ready to deny an Uber if it comes to the top left. He's ready. He's got his eyes on that door right now. He's backed up. He's back into spawn. He's on the spy class, checking for off classes, of course. You know, making the smart play while Ed works this space, and it is another double sack coming out of Mustard. Can he find the shot onto Exa? King's Crew's crumbling to these sacks.
I cannot believe it. Paul Dog's the only one left, and he's just taking damage from behind. The medic is on him. He needs to land some good rockets here. Has to open the scout.
Oh no!
The funny part is they use the Uber too. Guys, I cannot believe that being just that round. That round was so outrageous. It was 20 minutes long. It was so much ridiculous back and forth. I like that though. King's Crew's down 2-4. We're gonna see if maybe they can pull it together.
You know, they have to pull something out of the hat. You know, only 8 minutes left on the clock, and with a 20-minute round, you can see how this pacing is going. We are into the next mid fight now. It looks like Edhead is opting to take a right side mid. It looks like Felon's going to be the first one to open up with the bomb. However, he's going to get cleaned up immediately. That is both soldiers down on the side as the King's Crew. Nobody down on the side except, well, finding Megawack in the back line.
Huge, absolutely huge, because they got wiped. There was a scout on Luke right there, and Luke got thrashed. The game, I think, is over there if they don't kill Megawack, from what we've seen so far in these pushes. Beautiful, beautiful medic pick on Megawack. There's a little bit of fighting going on in the lobby here. Blue's actually going to try to muscle this in with heals?
I believe they're trying to muscle it in without heals because two players are down on the side of King's Crew. We have a 1v1 MGE going on between Body and Exile. Body going to come out on top of that. However, the cleanup is going to come in, thankfully, from Nomi. King's Crew trying to work their space into this lobby. Ed losing the 1v1 against Whelp, who has the beam with him. And it is your favorite time of the evening, Buick. They are on the Crits Creek again.
Give me the Crits Creek. I do want this Crits Creek. We're going to see there's a Crits Creek. There's a spy going around. I don't... You know, this is like a 32-man Sunshine server.
Oh no!
Oh no! I can't. It's just happening so often. It's like, oh, I almost want them to run Pyro out of point 2 or something like that. I cannot. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it.
And with that unfortunate stab onto Lucrative, given he was on crits, however, Megawack is completely full on the Uber charge.
But
Except
he does
he's
go
not.
down to a sniper.
It just drop after drop after drop, all game long. It is like, oh dear.
I don't even know. So, but they do hold here. He does that. So.
Edhead wants to stride though. Look at this.
Oh, they're moving in from behind. There is this Pyro.
They're on the Lucrative.
They're gonna get the frag here.
Lucrative dancing around. He's going back up into the sticky.
Oh no, Luke.
Body
pushes point. Luke dies. Megawack's slightly ahead on Uber. Realistically, maybe Blue. I think I want to say I think they're gonna park the bus here, but that would be what you'd see a lot of other teams do. How this game is going, Blue's best play may just be aggression here. And they're pushing into two. There's no reason.
I wanted to see an air shot coming out of the Red Soldiers, their King's Crew. However, they're both going to go down, actually. Felon managing to... Can he make it out? Ghostak taking the fight against the Scout in lobby. Megawack working his soldier into this lobby area. You know, he's kind of holding this down. King's Crew playing very defensively right now. They have to hold this off until they have the Uber charge, but it looks like Edhead is going to be getting very close, sitting at 80% now, while Lucrative only at that 50 on the Crits Creek again.
He is pulling it off. They do need to get some sort of crits here. I would love to see some more demo kills, but here comes the Uber, and the Uber is used a little early, which is good. And they get a frag out of it. Wow, you can't have that happen that early. The Uber is pushing toward point. They have to watch out here.
It is a 5v5. The Uber's now over on the side of Megawack. If they do get the crits in time, this could completely turn the tide of this last push. Megawack going down to Nomi, pushing across the right. Can he get Vadi as well? He does. That is the core of Edhead down. Only one player left alive. It is Ed on the scout class. You know, forced to spot out this valley area while the rest of King's Crew pushes into second.
Something to make note of. Edhead did throw 2 players at Lucrative there. I'm pretty sure they actually might be aware he is on crits now. We'll see if they posture up any differently. Are we looking for 1 hit point Luke? That's another drop. It's a crit, it's a drop, but still just wasn't able to get it off in time. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here because oh god.
It's just I see a drop and then I switch my cam. I see Mustard Overlord taking a revolver 1v1 against the scout. I see everybody dying, only Exile left alive.
Oh man, so we're moving in here. We're gonna see if they can push in or not. Blue's finally gearing up to make this final push. We're gonna see who. I mean, really the hero of this game, Kozak's being ham. He's been going ham right down 14 hit points and gets the frag there too. So I don't know. Who do you think deserves the camera in this last push right there as they push in? Let's see. Lucrative's ahead though. I wanted to be like they're gonna push in on Luke, but.
They're on that crit still. Well, they are still
man.
on that crits. Only at 50%. Felon does go down. King's Crew is playing their positioning very poorly here. They're caught out on second while the rest of Edhead is working their way into lobby. Lucrative is going to unfortunately go down to the scout here in lower. Rest of his team chasing him out. The fight is on last right now. All the players on the side of King's Crew very low. If Edhead gets into last quick enough, they're going to catch him with their pants down. Paul going down on the Pyro class. All the players left alive on the side of Edhead. It looks like we're going to be calling their GG in favor of Edhead taking this 5-2.
5-2, Edhead, good game. You know, for a 5-2 game, there was a lot of back and forth there, including what was it? What did we talk about? A 20?
It was a 20-minute
round.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, a 20-minute round in there. Absolutely outrageous. So, you know, GG's to Edhead. You know, King's Crew does go down 2-5. Interestingly enough, the same exact score their first match they lost this season on that map. We'll maybe see if that could be a trend throughout the whole season. Maybe they'll just have all these 2-5 matches on this map. But either way, like I said, we were talking about earlier, one team had to get their first win tonight, and that team was Edhead.
Of course, and I'm gonna pull up the stats for this crazy match all over the place.
Second half, so we'll start some second half, little second half stats here. So, interestingly enough, when King's, so from what I see here, this might be lying to me. Oh no, never mind. So I was gonna look at I sum it up all the time with deaths to Uber charges. I really do. I can't not do that. It's just like as a medic, it's built into my head to do that. And if you just look at the ratios, you're looking at like 5 Ubers to 14 deaths compared to like almost even Ubers and deaths. You just when that kind of stat line happens, you see something like a 5-2. I think like it's pretty hard not to. It's pretty hard for your team to win when either you're just dropping or your team's not taking care of you. Obviously, you can't put it all on Lucrative, but like perhaps, I mean, you look at players on his team, Nomi, 26-10 in the second half. Like you know, there was some huge plays on King's Crew in the second half, but they couldn't pull rounds out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I really do hate to say it a lot, but a lot of the play, I believe, is attributed to the spies. You know, and that's not something I like to say. Like as a Sixes player, I don't like the spy class. He's not one of my favorites, but so many drops back and forth from these backstabs. You know, we have, you know, Lucrative sitting at 14 deaths with 5 Uber charges in that second half.
Yeah,
Megawack at 11 with 10 Uber charges.
And if we break it up the whole game, Megawack's death to Uber charges is 17-18. Lucrative's is 10 Uber charges to 23 deaths. So you know, you did. I mean, like you were talking earlier, we can blame it. We can talk about the spies. We know you don't really like to see that happen as much as you did, but kudos to the spies tonight. You know, I'm sure they'll be feeling good about their gameplay. I mean, I have no complaints about how well they did.
Definitely, some people need to pick these guys up for platinum
Yeah,
UGC.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Anyway, looking at these stats also, pretty even frag count across the board. We were talking about this being a pretty even match, and I think the stats show, aside from, those Uber charges, Jonathan, Michael, Welp, Paul Dog, and Ed all tied for 38.
Oh, there were a lot of frags. There was the thing that makes that too. What's interesting is there was a 20-minute round, but that 20-minute round wasn't one team holding last and the other team maybe doing sacks. Honestly, the only time I saw a genuine sack in the whole game was either round 1 or 2 when Felon got the pick on Megawhack really early into the
Yeah,
game because they
yeah.
sent somebody in left. And that was like the only actual legitimate sack I saw. Otherwise, it was just an absolute cluster. I don't envy having to play against either of those teams in that game as a medic because it would be so frustrating. It was just such a messy cluster the whole time.
And I think that's like attributed to kind of a higher level of TF2 play. We see these, at these higher levels in Invite and IM, you're seeing these double sacks coming in. We have a scout running through lower and a soldier coming in through the upper. Well, like kind of like in the like mid open division, you have just like players are trading back and forth. You don't see the high speed, high paced gameplay. It's just one player goes in, then another player goes in. But these players are out for blood tonight. They're sending 2 guys in. They're doing a great job of if the other team pushes into second off those 2 picks, they're able to get out, Valley or Cafe, and they're just playing their positioning really well. And I think that's like the bar that sets apart like these lower division teams and these higher division teams.
So now, if we look at the overarching invite rankings, there are 9 teams right now. So we have, Ford Gaming, Ascent, Fairy Tech, Space Pirates, Cafe Monster, Not Interested. Edhead moves up. Edhead's number 7 now. And the interesting part is the cutoff. As we said, the team ahead of them is also 1 and 2. So these last playoff spots, I know we're only in like week 3, we're in the week 4 type deal. Week 2. You know what I mean? I know we're right at the beginning of the season, but that's the kind of win that perhaps Edhead needs to make like a serious push. Like you just get that momentum and perhaps you can carry it further. Perhaps you win next map. Perhaps you win the map after that. We may see Edhead creep up into 6th, 5th, 4th spot. You don't know. This is going to be a hell of a season though.
Definitely. And since you say that, I want to highlight Edhead will be set to play Ascent on May 15th, who hold the current 2nd seed in Invite currently. So they're going to have to bring their A game.
Yeah, you got
into that fight.
The thing I want to make note of too is I don't think Ascent will let them play that kind of super messy game either. So it may I know you can ride the momentum in. Obviously, we'll see what map it's on and stuff like that. But they got to ride the momentum in. They got to focus down this week. Focus on scrims. You got a nice win here. You got your first win. You got to feel good after that. And if they could take that from Ascent, that throws just like I don't know, just like a hand grenade into this season. It throws everything off. So, we can have a potential upset, brewing here now. So, they looked pretty good. So players on Head did exactly what they needed to do. What can you say?
Yeah, they were really able to clean their act up, and I'm very grateful for that because that was a hell of a match, to put it simply.
Seriously, even before we said, even though it was a 5-2, it was actually like a lot of back and forth. It was a lot.
It was definitely a lot closer.
Exciting. It got my pulse up. It got me a little excited. So thank you to both teams for that. King's Crew. Sorry to see you lose. I want to be like, oh, there was glimmers of good plays there, but no, there were great plays there from King's Crew as well. A lot of those rounds. How many times did we see them just like pushing the last and maybe just have it be a beef? Not because they messed up the sack, just because it was a huge cluster fight and it was just like it was a coin flip. A lot of those fights. So King's Crew, if they take 1 or 2 more rounds there, maybe potentially they win and it goes the opposite way. So, even outside of all the not taking care of their, medic type deals and stuff like that, 1 or 2 things go differently. They get some rounds there and we're looking at a different game. So kudos to them too for putting up a hell of a fight.
Absolutely. Anime with that. Did I just say anime?
Yeah, you did.
All right, okay. Can we cut that one out? Anyway,
we'll edit that one
excuse me. Anyway, Edhead will be set to play Ascent May 15th, while King's Crew will be up against Excellent Theory of Dunk that very same day. So look forward to both those matches.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both those teams also going for their first win still. Excellent Theory of Dunk and King's Crew. So should be another good match.
Definitely. And I believe that wraps us up for tonight. Buick, do you want to throw out any shoutouts before we go?
Just rest in peace, Pimp C.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Pimp C. Blah, I'm flustered now. Excuse my anime.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Yep, I have been Aquila. This is Buick joining me on casting. Shout out to Console for producing this stream. You can catch us on teamfortress.tv or twitch.tv/teamfortress.tv in the future. And we will see you guys later.